Hi, Shilpa.
Hi, Neelu. Good evening.
Hi, good evening. Big
Hi.
hello to everybody who's here also. And yeah, okay. Shilpa, just have a look at WhatsApp also once. And
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and like I said, big hello to everybody. We're plenty of minutes away from starting out. So what we're gonna do actually is for your listening pleasure, we're gonna play some music for you. Shilpa, let me know if this is like audible. And of course, the playing of the music is also to get you grooving and to get you happy. And I'm trying to, okay, let's do this.
El ritmo te lleva a mover la cabeza, ya empezamos como es. Mi música no discrimina a nadie, así que vamos a romper. Toda mi gente se mueve. Mira el ritmo como lo tiene. Hago música que entretiene. El mundo nos quiere, me quiere a mí. Toda mi gente se mueve. Mira el ritmo como lo tiene. Hago música que entretiene. Mi música lo tiene fuerte, bailando y se baila así. La fiesta no para, apenas comienza. Se canta, ma chérie, la. Francia, Colombia, me gusta. Y Balvin, Willy William, me gusta. Los DJ no mienten, le gusta a mi gente y eso se fue muy bien. No le bajamos, mas nunca.
Let's see, you guys have your video on if you'd like to. And it would be so awesome to see you groove with the music.
Aquí nos quieren y ahí nos vamos. El mundo es grande, pero lo tengo en mis manos. Estoy muy duro, sí, ok, ahí vamos. Y con el tiempo nos seguimos elevando. Y seguimos rompiendo aquí. Esta fiesta no tiene fin. Botella para arriba, sí. Yo tengo bailando, rompiendo y yo sigo aquí. Y seguimos rompiendo aquí. Esta fiesta no tiene fin.
I'm going to be playing one more song. Do you have a request? If you have a request, put it on the group. And of course, all chats are going to be on Telegram. As always, if you haven't joined the group, please do join in. And yep, if you have a request, I might just be able to take one on, provided I have it on my list somewhere. Oh, thank you, Val.
Tele.
Well, I hope you're enjoying that. And in just a few seconds, there's going to be one of my favorite songs, and I think an amazing, amazing song to also definitely start everything else off with officially.
Muévete a mí mismo, siente el magnetismo, tu cadera es la mía, hacer un sismo, ahora da lo mismo, el amor hoy es tu ritmo, diciéndole que no es que viene con romanticismo, si te dan ganas de bailar, pues dale, en esta disco todos somos iguales, te ves bonita con tu swing salvaje, sigue bailando, ¿qué pasó? Te trae, si te dan ganas de bailar, pues dale, en esta disco todos somos iguales, te ves bonita con tu swing salvaje, sigue bailando, ¿qué pasó? Te trae. Si necesitas reggaetón, dale. Sigue bailando, mami, no pare. Hasta que sean mis pantalones. Vamos pegando como animales. Si necesitas reggaetón, dale. Sigue bailando, mami, no pare.
Well, this is actually J Balvin. He's actually quite popular. His music's great stuff, and I love this kind of music. So yeah. Okay, we're just 5 minutes away from starting, so I just want to give everybody a quick reminder. All chats will happen on the Telegram group only. Please make sure, if you haven't already joined in, to join in. The link is being posted on the Zoom chat in a few seconds from now as well. And as we wait for Nidhu also to come on, here's another song. And I know that you guys all definitely know this song and hopefully definitely enjoy listening to it.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sometimes she's here, you can take away. Hot air balloon, I could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, stop away. Because I'm happy, I'm alone. If you feel like a room without room. Because I'm happy, I'm alone. If you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy, I'm alone. If you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy, I'm alone. If you feel like that's what you want to do. Here come bad news, talking this and that. Give me all you got, don't hold it back.
Okay, this is horrible. I can't sit on a chair and dance.
No offense to you, don't waste your time. Here's why. Because I'm happy, I'm alone. If you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy, I'm alone. If you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy, I'm alone. If you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy, I'm alone. If you feel like that's what you want to do.
Hey.
Bring me down, kingdom. Bring me down, love is too high. Bring me down, kingdom. Bring me down, I said. Bring me down, kingdom. Bring me down, love is too high. Bring me down, kingdom. Bring me down, I said. I'm alone if you feel like a room without a roof. I'm alone if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy, I'm alone if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy, I'm alone if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because I'm happy, I'm alone if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy, I'm alone if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy, I'm alone if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy, I'm alone if you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. The love is too hot to bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is true. Clap along if you know what happiness is you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want.
Okay, so I went and put my shades on. I said, not that I'm a DJ, but at least let me get into the feel of it and get into the groove of it. Okay, we're a minute away from 6:30. We will start as soon as we have our amazing speaker of the day online. We're just waiting for her to come on, and she'll come on. And just for that, don't say anything. Don't say anything, because you missed the songs. I'm just going to play a few seconds for you very quickly.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sometimes she's here, you can take a break.
And you know what? Sunshine, she's here. You can take a break.
Hot air balloon, you could go to space. With the air,
Hi, Nidhu. Hey, Amri. Anytime.
Hi.
Definitely want to do. We are at 6:31, which means we are ready to start off. Shilpa, that's the 10-second heads up for you, and we'll get going in 10 seconds from now. Good evening and welcome in to the Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies Awesome Love and Health Tele Summit. I'm all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed to get this season going, and we have none other than the Empress of Words herself kickstarting it. She was always interested in the energies and mysteries of the universe and enjoys studying mystical sciences. One study led to another, and led to her becoming the owner and sharer of what can easily be called the world's fastest, simplest, and easiest way to solve, sort, attract, and manifest all that we want. The decrees. From cups to heartbreak, to finding lost pets, to shedding weight, to making 6 times your bank account, to getting your niece to eat healthily, to sleeping better, to getting great deals, to getting your mother-in-law to pay you compliments, to your husband buying you gifts, to sorting your maid projects, to releasing chronic pain, to just feeling amazing and confident. The decrees are the fastest way to manifest the life of your dreams. So what exactly is or are the decrees? We're going to find out in a quick bit. Not just find out, but experience it too. So get ready for an action-packed call ahead, including ting, 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 on-call flash offers, and our speaker's very famous chakra healing at the end. She is energy healer, moon worker, retrograde specialist, and is here to tell us about moving from attachments to connections in seconds, understand how you can transform everybody around you, know what makes a 5-star relationship and how easy it is to have them, and lots more. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for and join me in giving a warm Mystic Lotus, welcome to the lady who superstar Vidya Balan has gone on record to say is the best healer in the world. The wordsmith herself, here with five-star relationships in 1 minute. Nidhu B. Kapoor. Hi Nidhu, welcome in. You're looking so gorgeous.
Thank you, thank you. Hi, everybody. Hi, and I love how Neelu and I, without knowing it, we're actually color twins today. Because one of the things that we do together that we believe in is that every day has a certain energy, right? And every day has a planet. Every day has a color. And today's color is, it's kind of mustardish, orangish, brownish. So if you look at it, both of us are here with Jupiterian energy. So let's get cracking. And Neelu, because I knew and had already confirmed that you were definitely going to play Farrell's Happy. Yeah, I knew that was going to come up. And I just thought, and by the way, that was Neelu's choice. And I thought that was so appropriate because that's what we all want, right? We're all looking for happiness. We're all seeking ways to be happy. We're all wanting our happily ever after, right? At the same time, happiness is so subjective. Like a couple of days back, I got a package of iced cupcakes and Ali, which is like two of my number one set of desserts. Oh, happy. And then I heard that the marvelous Mrs. Maisel was coming back with season 4. Oh,
wow.
Yeah. I bring out the applause. Just like that. Like maybe cupcakes aren't your thing. Maybe you're wondering, marvelous Mrs. Maisel, who is this? All of us will have certain ways in which we are happy. Like, what's your way? How are you seeking happiness? What makes you happy? Like one of the things that we decided at the Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies is that we were all going to show up in our ball gowns, in our stilettos, in our ties. So it's also making me very happy to see Amrish in his bright yellow. He doesn't follow Thursday, but in his bright yellow shirt. There he is, ladies and gentlemen.
And he's looking super cool.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Great. What makes you happy? Amrish, what makes you happy? Neelu, what makes you happy? Everybody, what makes you happy? What's the happiness that you are seeking? How do you have happiness?
Well, it's time to time. At this moment, the thought of cupcakes and marvelous Mrs. Maisel coming back making me very happy.
Yeah. Correct. And again, right? Amrish, what about you?
Right now,
Sorry.
right now, being on this call is making me happy.
Okay, awesome. Very good answer. Very good answer.
Seeing Amrish in his in like suit, not suited, booted, but in his formal attire is making me very happy also. In addition.
Correct. What are you guys saying? Is it taking a walk? Is it watching a good movie? Is it smelling roses? Is it spending time with your pet? What makes you happy?
And people have written in already, even though there was no, okay, put it down and this thing. So I say everyone's very, very used to this now. So Diana says, yeah, she's also wearing brown. Vas says, watching a sunset, squirrels, my pet cat, and has also complimented Amrish on his tie. Thank you. So Nishi says, Sukoon is happiness. And I know she calls you Sukoon, so you are her happiness. And Vas says, chocolate makes me happy too. And Vinita says, nature and being with my kids. Amy says, enjoying a day at the spa. And sitting at the beach, listening to favorite music is colors. Neeta says, going to the beach. Kulpreet says, everything makes me happy.
Wow.
And Diana says, what makes me happy is having all the money I need, growing my food in my backyard, ordering gardening tools.
Nice.
Susanna says, family, friends, being loved. music, sunrise, sunsets, beach, infants. And Anil says, thoughtless. Thoughtless, is that what you wrote? Thoughtless makes me happy. As in, no thoughts, very happy. So I'm guessing
Like Zen,
that's
like Zen.
Zen, yeah. And that's it. Yep. Good music, the sea, surrounded with loved ones, chocolate. Yeah, well, this is coming out.
Nice. So all of us have our own way to find happiness and be happy, right? At the same time, in all of these answers, there is one common element, and that is the presence of somebody. If not the presence of somebody, obviously the presence of you. Let me give you an example. Like somebody mentioned the sunset, sunrise. You're watching a sunrise. It's beautiful. It is a sunset, but it's gorgeous. You're quiet, and it's magnificent. The beauty of nature, the sense of oneness with the clouds, with the wind at that time. And you are joined by a family member who feels the same way. What happens to your happiness? Doubles, right? You want to go out, you want to grab a great meal. Somebody mentioned food as well. Right after my heart, I totally get you. You go out for that meal and you are joined by your best friend. What happens?
Double, triple,
right? It just escalates. There's a geometric progression to it. So geometric progression is like when something like quadruples, triples to the power of 10 within 2 counts. So there's a geometric progression every time that we have the presence of somebody in that moment of happiness. Your pets, your plants, your babies, invariably, there is one other. There is one another involved in that happiness. Like take a look, right? Even in your moment of solitude, let us say that you like to go for long, quiet walks. Now listen, this is my me time. I don't want to be disturbed. I want to put on my AirPods. I want to listen to happy. I want to listen to my para music. I want to listen to my son listen to Russian rap. I want to listen to my Russian rap. Like nobody bother me, please. And imagine at that time that somebody shows up who's exactly wanting the same thing. What happens? Your sense of grounding, stability, enjoying your walk, knowing that somebody else is doing the same thing, you are not going to be disturbed. The presence of another is crucial in happiness. Even in the Garden of Eden, there were 2, right? 3 if you count the snake.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
It wasn't one. Because as human beings, and this is also very unique to us and some other mammals as well, but unique to us, as human beings, we want to be with another. We want to be in a relationship. We want to feel the connection. We want to feel the bond. We seek the tribe. We want to stay in the tribe. Because unlike any other species on Earth, the biggest fear a human being has, and by the way, it's above the fear of death. Fear of death is the number 1 fear. After that, I guess it's the fear of public speaking and the fear of the mother-in-law. But number 1, above that, is the fear of being alone. It is our biggest nightmare. In other words, the quality of our lives depends on the quality of our relationships. Discovery statement number 1. If you like to take notes, you want to put this down. The quality of our lives depends on the quality of our relationships. When we don't have high quality relationships, when we have weak, unhappy relationships, we put on weight. We cannot sleep well. We have addictions. We have chronic aches and pains. They keep coming back. They keep coming back. And we start chasing money. It is one of the hallmarks of a family or a relationship that is not of high quality when the goal becomes money. If this is you, take a look at your relationships and check, are they high quality? If this is happening to you, just take a look at your relationships. Meaning, number one, discovery statement number one, the quality of life depends on the quality of your relationships. Discovery statement 1A, 5-star relationships equal 5-star life. Yes? Because life is everything. Life is all the things that you all mentioned, the infant, the roses, the chocolate. It's the good, it's the bad, it's the ugly, it's the sun, it's the moon, it's the stars. It's roses, it's gajar ka halwa, it's karele ki sabji.
Ayo, sorry.
It's magic, it's miracles. Life is everything. When you have a good relationship, good, better, best, doesn't let them rest till the good is better and the better best. Remember this?
Yeah.
Achha, what about the bad days then? Do five-star relationships not have bad days? Do they not have days where there is only karele ki sabji and kaddu laddu days?
I'm sure there are.
They don't stay. In a relationship that is a 1-star relationship or 2 stars even, bad days seem to just continue. Like it's one thing after the other. It's one stumbling block after the other. It's one negativity after the other. It's one stress after the other. If this is not for breaking apart, that is falling down. It's one thing after another. And if this is your life, again, take a look at your relationships. The quality of our lives depends on the quality of our relationships. 5-star quality relationships, therefore, equals 5-star life.
Right.
So what's a 5-star relationship? Wait, because I'm going to ask you that first. Like, what, according to you, is a 5-star relationship? And I want you to think about this for at least a minute, because I know, and you know, and Neelu knows, and everybody knows that the first thing you're going to say is love.
Right.
Don't use the word love.
Right.
Why not? Because like happiness, love is subjective, right? It's child. Mom, you never say you love me. Mom is child and never let you go to bed on an empty stomach. Dad, you never say you love me. Child, and never let you go out of the house without a full wallet. Boyfriend, you never remember our anniversary. Girlfriend, I always make sure that you have a surprise party thrown for you every year on your birthday. Different definitions, different languages, different ways of expression. Therefore, when you say love, it cannot be a global truth, because how you are thinking of love need not be how somebody else is thinking of love. Like Neelu and I right now already happy, wondering which is the exact date the marvelous Mrs. Maisel is. This may not make any sense to you. However, just as the definition of happiness has one global truth, a global truth means it doesn't matter where you are. Geography, history, biology, physics, morning, evening, night, timeline, space, form, it doesn't matter. A global truth means it holds true no matter where. So it's not like if I give you the definition of 5-star relationships and I put love as number 1 over there, and you're saying, but not saying love you, not remembering anniversary, but there is one global truth to love. I'm going to tell you what that is. So don't use the word love. Tell me, what are the 5 prongs of a 5-star relationship? Number 1 is the one that everything gets built on. What can that be? Again, you can't say love.
In fact, people have been writing in.
Yeah.
But with the question that you've asked, I think, like you said, what's the number one? I think for everybody it might be slightly different, but I think safety, security, and trust is very big. It's something that has to be there. Otherwise, that relationship is, as they say, love comes and goes. But this has no space of ever budging. So
what is everybody else saying? By the way,
yeah.
That is number 1. If there is safety and security, there is love. Even if the other person doesn't love you, hear me out, my lovelies. But if you feel safe and secure with them, you will feel loved by them. It is the first basis of a relationship. And while it is the first star, in itself, it is 5 stars. If you don't have safety and security in your relationship, then it's not a relationship. It's an attachment. But tell me, what do you think are the others?
In fact, just at the beginning, when you had mentioned, right, Nidhu, that these are the things that happen when the quality of your relationship is not good, and then the pursuit of money ends up becoming the only goal. So Prasanna actually wrote in asking that, does that mean that one who strives for money or to become wealthy, his relationship will suffer?
If money is the end goal, because the fact is that money can never be the end goal. If it's your end goal, and if that's how you're living your life, you will see it's an elusive goal. It never shows up because money is a side effect. It's a byproduct of action. Anything you think, I'm going to enter the share market, these stockbrokers are so rich, Harshad Mehta was one of the richest men in Bombay. That's it. That stock market is not working for you. You want to make money? Definitely. But you get into something because you want to make money, that money is not coming.
With everything, everyone who's written in, from the first question that you asked, what is that? And don't say love. So everyone who has, yes. So Vas says good communication, support, and understanding. Lakshmi says peace. Vinita says give and take, acceptance. Vas also says compassion. Anil says harmony between partners. Diana says mutual respect. Vas says compliments and support. Asha says space. Kulpreet says zero expectations. And in fact, I'm glad she brought this up because I have a question to ask you about this, and we'll come back to it. Abba Harmonium is the name that's showing up. Compassion, support, understanding. Sanskriti says care. Shana says trust. Sangamitra says attachment. Again, trust, communication, understanding, compassion. SG says foundation, acceptance, trust, faith, inspiration. 5.
Very nice. Very nice. And because we've had this one word come up 2-3 times, I'm going to tell you what number 2 is. And number 2 is automatic to number 1. Safety, security. And number 2 is trust. Now, what does this trust mean? Trust doesn't mean that they will not cheat on you. Trust doesn't mean that your child will never make a mistake. Trust doesn't mean that that your brother will not rag you. That's not what trust is. Trust means that no matter what happens, we'll deal with it. So trust is not that the bad things will not happen, or this person can never hurt and harm me. Because remember, even because the language of love is spoken in multiple tongues, the language of hurt is also spoken in multiple tongues, right? This child saying, my mother doesn't love me, my father doesn't love me, my boyfriend, everybody loves him, right? But we are not speaking her language. So she's hurt. She's asking, you never say you love me. You didn't do this. I'm cutty with you now. So, therefore, the understanding of what trust does in a relationship, automatically, if there is trust, that I trust that, you know what, you and I, we got this. Are bad things going to happen? I guarantee. But remember, in a 5-star relationship, they don't last. The bad things will happen. There will be sudden expenses. Something could happen. Something could happen to your family. Something could happen to your friend's family. But you trust your friend. Trust my friend is there. She's my best friend. She's my BFF. We got this. We will go and watch Ghar Aaya, and Deepika Padukone is looking so good, but God, I'm just not feeling good about how good she is looking. I'm going to tell my friend, you know what? She didn't do a good job. And my friend is going to say, you're so right, you know, she didn't do a good job. Did you hear her shriek like that? You know, you trust that in that moment, whatever it is, you will ride it out. If there is trust like that, invariably, without a doubt, is number 3. And if you notice, I'm writing these down on my fingers. And I'm writing these down on my fingers because each finger is 1 star. And what you can do with a finger can immediately start to bring in the quality you want in your relationship. And I'm going to tell you how to use the fingers. There are 3 ways to use fingers. Hang in there. Number 3, respect. Okay, now respect is not, oh my God, they've done so much in life. Now I must just keep quiet and only listen, or I must just do exactly what they want done. That's not respect. That's tyranny. Respect is a mark of humility. What does that mean, humility? Can somebody tell me what is humility in a relationship?
I think humility in is, you know, it's not letting your ego come, irrespective of knowing or being right. It's okay not to say it and just take a back seat. It's okay. It's absolutely
Correct.
fine.
Correct. Respect is the ability to eat humble pie. In any great relationship, lots of humble pie is being eaten. The relationship that I have with my son today, 4.5 stars. Not 5, 4.5 stars. Definitely 100 times better than 2 years back, which itself was better than 2 years back, because I have eaten a lot of humble pie. Not so much my son. But I have a relationship with a child who listens to me. And this is not because his father and I did such a great job of bringing him up, and he's such a great guy, and he's such a good boy, and he's so obedient. No. My son listens to me because I listen to him. And when my son says, Mom, you've just come over to meet me. What is this? What is this flurry you've got him to clean? He has a bachelor pad the first time I went over. You can imagine, right? First of all, I'm a woman. Then I'm a mother. I have a certain job profile. I have a certain KRA to fulfill. So I showed up and started putting things everywhere. I was coordinating with the house help. I was ordering flowers. I was like, and he was like, Mom. And he said a few things. And of course, I've gone again. I haven't done that. It's humble pie, especially if you're dealing with a child. Because your child is going to tell you things that are hidden, that are deeply buried, that are not going to cross your mind. Just as if you could speak without the fear of consequence, there are a lot of things you can tell your parents. So when you have the ability to listen to somebody saying this, once in a while, my son is wah, in which case I am parental, I am authoritative. This is not about the son becoming the boss. Humble pie means he has something to say, even if it's not good to hear, nice to hear, I don't want to agree with it. He's saying something important. Like, my son's an open book. Right? My son will tell you all about his life. He'll tell everything. That's just how he is. And we have like 2-hour conversations. We have 3-hour conversations. You know, we will go for car rides. And for him, it's like, and he'll play Russian rap. And I would be like, son, 20 minutes Russian rap, 20 minutes jazz. And he's like, Russian rap is good music. You should know that this is good music. You should listen to Russian rap even when I'm not around. Say, okay, that's not a place where you have to eat humble pie. That's where you have the conversation. Give me 1 second. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Respect, humility, eating humble pie is required because there is no listening without humility. If you don't have humility, you won't listen because I'm right. You got to listen to me. I'm going to tell you what to do. There's no humility there. When there's no humility, there's no respect. But even more crucial than listening is that you need humility for learning. You need the third star for the fifth star. I'm going to come to the fifth star, perhaps you already know it. The fourth star. Now, the fourth star is a slightly multi-leveled star. The fourth star is common goals or common activities. There has to be something that binds you. Why? Because multiple languages of love. But if you have a common goal or you have common interests, you will speak the same language, right? If I loved listening to Russian rap, can you imagine the conversation my son and I are having? Because it's a common activity, right? It's a common goal. Let's listen to more Russian rap. That common goal, that common activity, whatever that might be, even if it is, listen, once a year, we're going to travel abroad. Now, in that time of the planning of the trip, of the planning where you're going to go, which month it's going to be, you are speaking each other's language. When we speak each other's language, we have a pampana bond. We have a connection, right? Like in our family, we get very excited about going to see some movies, like Avengers, right? We all get very excited. So, and of course, and we are Punjabis. We're loud, we're rambakshas, the house is a mess. We are speaking at the top of our voices. Dog wants to come in. Dog is also speaking at the top of his voice. It's loud. You would think that no communication is taking place, and perhaps verbally none is. But all of us are united in the Yara. 3 baje nikalna hai, पहुंचना है, पहले पॉपकॉर्न लेंगे, फिर समोसा लेंगे, फिर अपना रोल बुक करेंगे, then we will go inside. We are united in that moment. That's what you want, right? That's what, as a human being, because our program is entrainment. Entrainment means that if somebody is at a high vibration and somebody is at a low vibration, this person will start rising and this person will start coming down, so that both can be here. It's called resonance. It's a phenomenon in physics as well. And if you remember physics, like basic physics, this is what we did in tuning forks. So this resonance happens maximum when we're speaking the same language. Tell me, everybody, am I making sense to you? Are we speaking the same language? Yes? Everybody say aye.
Yes, absolutely, yes.
Yes? Then you and I are connected right now. Yes?
Yes.
How wonderful does it feel? I can't see all of y'all, but I sense you. I feel you. In the back of my head, I know that my phone's there. There are things blowing up on Telegram. I love it. Right? I feel you. You feel me. This back and forth is taking place, which is what takes place in a connection. Something else takes place in attachment. I will just come to that. But the fifth thing in a 5-star relationship, which is the sum total of all of this, but hugely dependent on star number 3, is growth. Are you growing? When I say growth, now, obviously the body doesn't require any help in this direction, because the body grows anyway. Like some part of the body growing is part of also how the body changes every few decades. But growth, do you all listen to different kind of music? Are you all meeting newer kind of people? Are you all trying out new kinds of cuisine? when you speak to each other, can you see how far you've come together? And when I say this, when we speak relationship, we start thinking personal, intimate relationship, but I mean all relationships. Those people that you grew up with, you know, your friends, your neighbors, if you stayed in the same house, your cousins, your uncles, your aunts, your mother, your father, your sibling. Nidhu and I have come a long way. A long way. Like we've also now almost gotten to the point where we also know how to fight with each other best.
Yeah.
That we're not falling apart, that we're not sulking, then we're weeping after that. I'm so sorry, I didn't took you for granted. So we're also coming to that understanding about how in this relationship, she can say what she wants to say, and I can say what I want to say without either of us feeling bad or saying, but you're not hearing me, but you're not understanding me. You know, you don't say you love me. Speaking more and more the same language. And in these 5 stars, my darlings, remember, star number 1 is foundation. Okay, so I'm going to give you, what's it called? Anagram? Mnemonic. So the mnemonic for what can take place, 5-star relationships in your hands. Okay? Safely trust Rama, Krishna, God. There you go. Safely trust Rama, Krishna, God. And the 3 ways, and you're going to have this as part of your call replay. You will have it on the group as well. And write it down. Write it down on your fingers. So the 3 ways that our fingers work for us, and this is from the ancient science of mudras. So 1, if you place your thumb at the bottom of a finger, it will increase. If you place your thumb after the finger is bent, it will decrease. If you place your finger around your finger, which didn't come to us from mudras, came to us from the very loving, very gentle Japanese Jinshin Jitsu, it will harmonize. Now, let us say that you would like more. What would you like more of? Let us say that you would like more of safety. How are we going to put something over here? So in that case, put your thumb in and cover it in a mushti, very gently. So mushti is also how you punch somebody. Okay? It's also how you punch somebody. And this is also, by the way, one of the movements in Tai Chi. Okay? One hand comes in, one hand goes out. But this mushti is the name of the mudra. This mushti means that the index finger comes at the base of your thumb. You will feel safer and more secure. And the other one that babies know, right? Babies take their thumb, put it in their mouth. But the other one is when you take the thumb into the center between the middle finger and ring finger in Kashyapa. Again, see what's happened? I've covered my base of the thumb. You will feel better. You will feel less anxious. You will feel more reassured, more comforted, less negative. Okay, so 3 ways for you to use this. Let us say that I need a dose, I need some corrections, I need some repairs in all of this. In which case, you will do the yin-yang balance. The yin-yang balance is right hand giving to the left center and the left center giving back to the right. This is the yin-yang mudra. By the way,
what happens if your nails are slightly long?
Be gentle.
It still works, right? Even if the tip of the index is not there.
It would be nice if the tip is there.
If the tip is there.
If the tip is there. But if not, at least a little poking is taking place in the center. And when you poke in the center, what is happening? Energy is flowing, correcting, repairing, fixing to all the fingers. So 5-star relationship. And if you don't have a 5-star relationship, and by the way, you can gauge what is the number of stars you would give your relationship. Whatever that relationship is. This particular speaker, I remember I did this in a video when we had the Mystic Lotus Festival. Jim Rohn. So this motivational speaker called Jim Rohn, he says that you are the sum total of 5 people around you. Like there are 5 people in your life who will always at some point or the other be playing a major role. So take a look. Take a look at the first relationship that comes to your mind. Is it a 5-star relationship? Take a look at the relationship in immediate family. Is it a 5-star relationship? And then take a look at the quality of your life. And you will see how directly proportionate one is to the other. When we don't have a 5-star relationship, when we don't have a connection, and this is how a connection looks. It's a free-flowing pipe. It's a free-flowing circular pipe. Need not be this size, could be much bigger. When we don't have a connection, when we don't have a relationship that's only growing in quality, then in that case, we have an attachment. And an attachment is guchar muchar. So guchar muchar is an Indian phrase. It's guchar muchar between 2 people who are entangled with their own woundings, hoping the other person will give them what is missing. Each one is coming from their own wounds. And as time goes by, this gets more and more twisted. It starts fraying. It starts tearing. In attachments, we get very possessive. In connection, we get very protective. In attachment, we cannot let go. In connection, we understand. For a reason, for a season. It is time to say bye now. So you can have a connection with somebody and not have it last forever. In an attachment, you can't imagine your life with them. And very often, you wonder why you're with them. Like, I don't know why I got into this relationship. I don't know why I stayed in touch with you. I don't know what my karma was. I was born in this family, but can't live without them. So there is this constant push and pull, push and pull. I mean, what is going to happen to the connection between us? Right? It's going to go away. It's going to tear. It's going to be in tatters. It's going to be frayed. And then, of course, guarantee you are going to think that money is an answer. Because it is very easy to think that if money is there, this is going to become this. It's not, my darlings. It follows no law of physics on earth. It's not going to happen. So, number 1, are we ready to move from attachment to connection? Because remember, my darlings, your inherent nature is to connect. But when the wounds take place, losses, rejections, betrayals, shocks, when we get wounded, then we're not thinking connection. Then we're just thinking, who can I attach to? Who can give me what I need? Who can I attach to who seems to have the maximum potential to fulfill my desires? Your inherent nature is to connect. Your inherent nature is also happiness. And I know that the conversation on inherent nature is usually around love, but your inherent nature is happiness, ananda. Us wanting to release the woundings of attachment, bring in the nice white, light, bright, round, circular piping of connections. Yes?
Yes.
Ready for this?
Everybody.
Who is ready?
Ready, yes? All yeses, hands are up in the air. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Before we do this, one more thing I need you all to recognize. When you take charge of your life by taking charge of your relationships, you are entering into CEO level. CEO level means I recognize how all my relationships are my employees. I'm going to say that again. I recognize that all my relationships are my employees, meaning I recognize that all my relationships are in service to me. What is the hallmark of a good CEO? The one hallmark of a good CEO. of a good leader, of somebody who can manage big things? Tell me one hallmark. It's already part of the stars. Tell me what it is.
Classically, it would be about leading by example, or okay, you know what? I would actually want to go with hiring the right people and clearly delegating work.
Super. But number one, my darlings, what do you think? Come on.
Okay.
You are entering CEO down. You are going to be the CEO of your life. What is the one big thing that is going to set you apart from everybody else? Take a look at the 5 stars.
Well, Shilpa says 5D, and and Anil has said safety and security, and Krishna says respect. Kulpi says appreciation for their work, understanding, safety, people connection. Yeah. Resonance.
One person said respect. My darlings, you have to eat a lot of humble pie. You know, Shilpa, Neelu also. They are both like detailed ninjas. Like, and I'm all over the place, right? Like I'm off to Sri Lanka on my way to Japan, like, right? I'm all over this. So I will write stuff, I will do stuff. And then Shilpa will point out, very gently, Nidhu, I think that cannot go there. It would be better, or perhaps maybe you have to eat humble pie. Or Neelu will say, I don't agree. Neelu's a dragon. Okay? She has dragon DNA. She has dragon blood. So when Neelu comes on, Neelu is like, I don't agree. Nidhu, you cannot do this. Now, in that moment, I still have to listen to what she is saying. All of this, the very quiet, very wise, very practical Amrish as well. And I will say, I want to do this because I want to do all kinds of things, right? And Amrish will say, Nidhu, it will not work because 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't do it. I have to eat the humble pie. I eat more humble pie than my tea.
I know how the next team call is going for sure.
Suddenly everybody's giving me all kinds of feedback and all that. The ability to take negative feedback. The ability, so if your child is telling you, I don't agree with you, I don't like what you're doing, your ability to receive that negative feedback is what makes you a CEO. It's what makes you a good CEO, because if you can listen, you can learn. And if you can listen and learn, you can change course to the next best option, which is what growth is. There is no growth, right? When we get stuck on I have to make money, I'm going to do the stock markets. Why is the money not coming? Why is the money not coming? I'm doing the decrees also. I'm signing up with other people also. Money is still not coming. Because there is no humble pie. Not listening, not changing course. And when I say not listening, including to things like the body in pain. Because body is in pain means stop. Take a step back, pause, reflect, change direction. So, humble pie, number 1 there. So when you understand what your relationships are doing in your lives, and by the way, how do you know what your relationships are doing in your life? You know them by the 11 mirrors of me. And the 11 mirrors of me are the 11 mirrors I can see because of certain relationships. The 11 mirrors of me are part of a very ancient body of work called the 7 mirrors of Essenes. And Essenes is a place, I think, near Greek. And the Essenites were a scholastic, monastic group of people that were dedicated to the study of life after death, and which is a body of work called eschatology. They were eschatologists, and they committed their life to it. But obviously, you're not going to understand life after death if you don't understand life in life. And the Essenes gave us the 7 mirrors of the saints. It is a most comprehensive, detailed, mind-opening, life-changing, heart-wrenching body of work. Because there are things that show up in there, in those mirrors. But remember, my darlings, who is being CEO? Say I. Say I.
I.
When you are CEO, you receive this. You receive this knowing all you have to do right now, not wrong, right? Little humble pie. Okay, I'm going to listen. I'm going to learn. And hey, we've got the decrees. So we don't have to stay in that state very long. Very quickly, we can change direction and move on to the next. The 11 mirrors of me, I will prepare you all again, my darlings. It's a little intense, can feel a little heavy. Our work on the 11 mirrors of me, you will also know how that is because tomorrow we're going to do 2 of the first mirrors. So you will know how this works. You will know how it is that you're going to have to contemplate, introspect, and take the truth of what is being revealed in the mirror into your heart. Let it process there and let it come out as golden, white, light, bright connections.
Right. In fact, Nidhu, I do want to bring up here very quickly that the 2 mirrors of me that will happen tomorrow is actually part of your offer, and it's a gift from you to everybody, and therefore everybody is invited for tomorrow's call.
Come.
And I know there's still so much more to come. Nidhu, you have told us about the basis of the 5-star relationship. You've given us a small introduction to the mirrors of me. You've even taken us through the attachment connections, gotta change that. And with the clearing for that is also coming up.
Yes.
And I know how involved all of us get with all of this. With your permission and with everybody's and the teams, what I would also like to do, Nidhu, is because the work that is coming up for everybody eventually is so detailed and it's so amazing. Today's so far already just one such a tiny glimpse of it. There's so much that that has come in, and of course you have, as I mentioned in the beginning, ting ting ting, flash offer is also there. So if you say yes, can we just give everybody the details, because the flash offer is going to stay only till the end of the call. So they should also have, everybody listening should also have enough time to be able to grab that.
Sure.
So should we do that?
Very quickly, let's do that, because I just want to tell you there's a flash offer, and let the flash offer stay in the group, because I want to come back to shifting from attachment to connection.
Yes, shifting from attachment to connections, clearings, and of course your very famous chakra healing at the end. So there's a lot that's still coming up.
Because in everything that's going to be showing up for us, our heart has to be strong enough to take it. The heart is right next to the solar plexus, right? And when we have shocks in life, when we have this sudden realization, this is the part that goes, right? It's not our arm, it's not our thigh, it's that happens here. So your heart needs support. And one of the things that we're going to be doing is that we're going to be doing heart support work throughout March. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday in March at 5:30 p.m., you're going to be on the group. You're going to get an activation phrase. An activation phrase immediately sparks off your receiving of the frequency of the heart healing that day. Yes, 5-star relationships begin with 5 minutes or a day. I was telling you about the heart chakra, but even then, my darlings, before we get into the heart chakra work in March, next week, there is a 5-star, 5 minutes, 5 days challenge where you can experience how to use the decrees, and you will get a reminder for that particular decree that you are going to be using to change from attachment to connection. And depending on how you are growing and how you are learning and how you are sharing, every single day, one person gets to get a speedster session with me. A speedster session is a session for 10 minutes. And let me tell you how speedster session works. Keep this right here, Nidhu. So a speedster session is like this. So Shruti's daughter, young daughter, was just beginning preschool. It was her first day, but her daughter is very attached to her, has deep separation anxiety. So Shruti was worried, she was stressed. How's it going to be? Will she even be able to manage? Will the teacher be able to manage? On top of that, Shruti was also starting her own work that way. And she had not driven since her pregnancy, like 5 years back. So she was also going to be driving. So can you imagine how much she was dealing with? Let me tell you, with Shruti, everything shifted within 2 minutes. With Shruti, Shruti is familiar with the decrees. So Shruti and I only did this on text. And that next day, Shruti sent me a video of her daughter, calm, chill, sitting in the car, eating lollipop. And she also said that the teacher said that Adhya was perfectly fine. She was like every other kid.
Right.
So speedster sessions are when we move, tuck, 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 which you will see now when we do attachment with connections.
All right, I'm just gonna take us through the slides very quickly because I know that you're very excited for this work, and as is everybody. So 3 packages. You have the CEO package, you have the general manager package, and you have the 5D life notebook. Now I'm going to let everybody know what's happening.
No, just a teaser about what that is. And package A is really big. Package A begins from Monday and goes on to 30th March. Package B is only for the next 1 week and the heart chakra massage in March. And packet C, I want to show you packet C with a lot of love and a little bit of time. But this is just to give you a heads up that this is what's coming up. Let's come back to doing the clearing. Let's move from attachment to connection. This is just to tell you, flash offer coming up very quickly. So we want to move from here to here, correct? Very quick crash course in Saturn's clearing decree of you can leave now. Just for yourselves, just say expectations you can leave now. Say it just 5 times and tell me if you're sensing something. Just expectations you can leave now. 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 Expectations you can leave now.
Okay, and immediately Vas says expansion around me and my feet. Love it.
Super.
And coolness on my face.
Okay. How's everybody? Can you feel something is taking place, like something's shifting immediately? Stress you can leave now. Just say it 5 times. Stress you can leave now. 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 Sorry, go ahead now.
Sorry. Anna said cool in the head. Kulpreet also said coolness in breathing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mind relaxed. And Nidhu Agarwal says feeling something in the heart and head. Manisha says my heart chakra opening up, feeling lighter. Vanita says lighter. Vas says amen. Yawning shifts. Monica Dem says feeling cool. As she says, okay, at least 3 people have said feeling cool.
Nice. Good. So something has calmed down in the body. It's not hot and driving you crazy anymore, because heat in the body means you got to move, you got to do things, you got to get frantic. You can't take a break, you can't sit down, you can't rest. Liver and gallbladder are not doing too well when there's a lot of this heat in the body. So when there's coolness in the body, clarity shows up. We can sit down, we can stay calm, we can sleep better. So disharmonious relationships you can leave now. 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 Just say that, see how it makes you feel. The moment you're feeling a little better, you remember what I said about entrainment? Everybody else will respond. Everybody else will start coming into your resonance. As you practice being here, because obviously you cannot go to the gym just once. So as you practice being here, everybody else also starts getting used to the resonance of being there. Shruti didn't work on her child's anxiety. Shruti only worked on her own stress. It's the concept of holding space. Now, the concept of holding space means, so some time back, I carried this heavy bucket and I had this funny feeling over here, this funny feeling in my shoulder. So if I tell you, listen, I've got this funny feeling in my shoulder, you'll say, well, what happened? What did you do? And I'll say, I picked up a heavy bucket, correct? So you'll say, you picked up that heavy bucket, now this will happen, right? In the work that we do, in the understanding of how energy works, I had to pick up the bucket so that I knew about this funny feeling. That if I hadn't picked up this bucket, this would not have come into my awareness. So when other people show up in our lives, they show up in our lives for a certain purpose. Like you could have a most obnoxious elder brother, leaves his socks all over the place. He doesn't pick up after himself, and yet he's so charming when he meets your friends. And your friends are like, he's so cute, he's so cool. And you're like, right? Different people are different with different people. Therefore, what is going on in your relationship? The concept of holding space. And I wanted to have something to show you the holding space. Let me show you this. Holding space means that depending on who a certain person is, and therefore bringing out a certain reaction in me. Like I can't bear to talk to not me, I don't have a mother-in-law. And when I did, she was just amazing. But I can't bear to talk to my mother-in-law. She's just so annoying. She just goes on and on and on. I am now holding space for my mother-in-law to be annoying and go on and on and on. Because remember, she's going to be different with somebody else. Some more people also, she will be annoying and she'll just go on and on. And that's when you'll have a connection because you meet somebody and you'll say, my God. She says, yeah, she just doesn't stop talking. And then bonding, right? Because entrainment has completely taken place. You're speaking the same language. But in the meantime, this concept of holding space means that whether it is your child who's not studying, whether it is your maid who's not working properly, whether it is your driver giving you grief, whether it is your husband, whether it is your parents, whether it is your sister, you are holding space for something going on there, right? Because invariably, like for example, S came and she said, I just want to make peace with this, Nidhu, because I know there's nothing I can do. Because you can't change anybody, can you? And she was hoping I would say you can. And I said, no, you can't change anybody. And she said, whatever, my husband walks into any room, light, fan, he just leaves it on all the time. Like I'm just walking around behind him like a electrical servant. Like I'm just switching off the lights and fans wherever he's going. And if I have gone to work or if I'm doing something else and I come back, invariably, whole house, all lights and fans are like everywhere. And I'm fed up, Nidhu, I'm fed up. Just tell me how to make peace with this. Because I've told him, we fought, I know, what can you do? Nobody changes. Like, familiar? Okay. I told her the concept of holding place and space in less than 24 hours. And she sent a text. Okay. In less than 24 hours, husband was walking out of the room, just put his head back in, switched off the light and fan.
Amazing.
And she said, her text said, Nidhu, I was so shocked. I just stood there paralyzed. And then he turned around and looked at me like, what? As though he does this all the time. Like this is perfectly normal for him to be switching off the lights and fans. When you work on this, meaning when you have a trigger with somebody, you are holding place for them to be a certain way. So let us say that there is somebody in your life who's just getting your goat, like who's just driving you nuts. Think of what that trigger is. They are so controlling. They never listen. He's so disobedient. He's so mischievous. He doesn't sit down and study. It's just so frustrating. Padhega nahi to badhega kaise? Pappu ka number ka fir kab aayega? Like what it's doing to you is what is holding the behavior. Everybody's clear? So if you move this out of the way, that behavior cannot be held. Because as human beings, you can only hold when somebody else is holding with you. So if you move this away, they also collapse. So think of somebody who's bothering you a lot.
In
And
fact,
how do they
Nidhu,
bother you? They don't do this, they don't do that. How do they bother you? What do they bring up in you? They bring up fear, they bring up anger, they bring up irritation, they bring up frustration.
Nidhu, in fact, Ramchandra's asked, is holding space equal to judgment?
Not at all. Holding space. So first of all, you're not conscious that you're holding space. Judgment is usually very active because judgment is a thought. It is a belief system. I know better, government is like this, my mother's like this, women are like that. So you're usually aware of the thought. Holding space, I'm explaining an energetic concept for you. And by the way, the second mirror is the mirror of my judgments, which we will do tomorrow. And how that holding space can hold the space for judgments, their judgments as well as my judgments. But the understanding of holding space is also a very important understanding in how you are CEO. Because now you are not telling your team members to say, please fire them or please hire new people or please speak to them. They don't know how to do this. You are being the CEO. I am not going to hold space for this behavior. And what is that space? The space is the trigger you have. So let us say that, Nidhu, anything somebody's mentioned?
Yes. There are one or two things that have come up. Pragya asked, is it only applicable for relationships or also for health or money or our own behaviors?
Absolutely.
Holding space?
Absolutely. One of the 11 mirrors is the mirror of my body, the mirror of my bank balance, which is the mirror of money. There are mirrors.
Right.
They're all, I added these few because the 7 mirrors of Essenes didn't have, for example, the mirror of money or the mirror of the body. So we will do that. The mirror of the past, the mirror of perfections. How many of us driven by the desire for perfection? What is in this mirror of perfection? What is it really revealing to you? The mirror of the dark night of the soul. It's a mirror. So times of your life, people in that time, and definitely number one, the mirror of me, my subconscious, my unconscious, the mirror of my judgments is showing in how you are triggered. What you are triggered in is what you are holding place and space for.
Right.
So take a look, and whatever you are, like he's stressing me out so much, you can leave now. Say it 10 times. He's stressing me out so much, you can leave now. He's stressing me out so much, you can leave now. I'm just changing the sentence. She doesn't listen to me, you can leave now. She doesn't listen to me, you can leave now. So worried he doesn't study, you can leave now. Whatever is your reaction or your trigger, just say you can leave now 10 times to that.
Right. So Swati has asked, Nidhu has mentioned that my daughters, they have sibling rivalry. Sometimes I control it, but sometimes my anger comes out.
Yeah.
Swati has asked, so if my dad and brother don't get along, am I holding some space for it to happen?
If you have a trigger, if you're zen, if you're chill, if it doesn't bother you, then you are not holding space. Then you're allowing it to happen. You are, I am willing, with allowance, in allowance, with ease, in ease. It is taking place in front of you, but you are not affected. If you are affected by this, it bothers you, it keeps you up at night, then number one, we are taking a look at 1-star, 2-star relationships. We definitely want to work on that. And second, because it's a trigger, it's a mirror. The mirror we will take a look at tomorrow. Today, I want you all to experience the changes that begin when you start doing this.
Nidhu, Aparna has asked, what if we are the ones that create frustration for others?
It happens because invariably in 0 and 1 and 2-star relationships, we are dealing with somebody or somebody is having to deal with us. Like some dealing is continuously going on. I have to deal with my My father, he's cranky, he's unwell, I have to deal with my sister. She's out of a job and drinks all night. Like some dealing or the other is going on. And yes, you could be the one being dealt with. That's very honest and awareful of you. Because if you take a look at your relationship and it is not, it's 0 or 1 or 2 stars, and you're wondering who am I dealing with, then yes, you're the one being dealt with.
Interesting. And okay, so Manisha asked, what exactly did the lady do for the man to switch off the lights? Missed that. Can somebody tell me? And she responded, she had a speaker session with Nidhu.
Awesome. Okay, I will tell you. And I also tell you what I told Shruti to do, which is so simple, right? So Shruti said, right, I'm a bundle of nerves. I'm just completely stressed out. All we did was completely stressed out. You can leave now. And remember, all of this is on text, okay? 20 seconds. This is it. Next day, child is fine. She is driving. Work has started. Next day. Okay? And for S, her name also starts with S. For S, for her husband, it was, I have given up. Because when she came, she said, just tell me how to make peace with this. Because, I know that, nothing's going to change. Like, I keep banging my head against this wall. And he's also like that, and his whole family is like that. So their whole family like leaves their lights and fans on every house. It's like amazing. So I said, just do I have given up. You can leave now. She said that about 2-3 times, and we moved on to, I don't know why I try so hard. I don't know why I try so hard. You can leave now. 5-6 times. That is it. End of session. Yeah. Speedster sessions of 10 minutes have also gotten over in 2 minutes and 5 minutes. This is it. And next, feeling better, feeling calmer. I think I am at peace. It's okay. That very evening, this happened. It's like Kulpreet, for example. When Kulpreet works, Kulpreet's gone through a lot of stress at home. And when she does this work, she can see the difference that's showing up immediately in 24 hours. Although there's this other process to this that I want to get to, which is why very quickly I just want you all to practice this, because the actual work we're going to do is a format called name dropping decrees. Right. So a name dropping decree is when you take a name. Let us say somebody's bothering you, whoever they are. Somebody's bothering you. Let us call him, give me a name that's not on the group. Rumpelstiltskin. So Rumpelstiltskin is bothering you. So Rumpelstiltskin, you can leave now. Now, if you're new to the decrees, you are definitely going to ask, but it's not like I want the person to go. Is the person going to go away? Is something going to happen to the person? No. Everything I'm explaining is the thing going on between 2 people. If you have a trigger, you have an attachment. If you have a trigger, you have an attachment, you have entanglement. It's guchar muchar. All we are doing is moving the space, because everybody in our body is stored as name. Doesn't switch off lights and fans, so irritating, breaking my head against a wall. Ramesh, stored somewhere in the body. So when I'm moving out Ramesh, I am moving out everything that I am holding space for. You never have to worry about love moving out, because what did I say about connections and happiness? It's your inherent nature. You cannot move out the truth. You cannot remove your sun, but you can remove the clouds in front of the sun. In the name dropping, my God, my darlings, abusive people, abusive husbands have started complimenting, bringing home roses. Mother-in-laws have changed. Sibling rivalry has completely shifted. Estranged husband and wife have come back together. Like this particular, let me call her G. G moved out of her marriage, but she didn't get divorced, and settled abroad for 18 years. She's back.
Amazing.
She's back. She's back home.
Wow.
She's back here where her family is, where her parents are, she's back. The kind of changes that take place if you have fully understood how we interact with another, that the resonance, if I have shifted this resonance and moved into this resonance, other people have no choice but to resonate with that or fall off. Now, you could say, I don't want them to fall off. When you practice doing this, the decrease of the holding space, which is I'm releasing the trigger, and the name dropping, you will be absolutely in the flow no matter what the result. Because remember, who's CEO here? Who is CEO? Me. Me. Employees can come and employees can go. I will stay CEO. Yes? Say I.
I.
Right? CEO is permanent job. You're not going anywhere. Now, for whatever reason, maybe the reason is financial. Maybe the reason is, oh my God, this is a lot and I don't know what results I could have. Whatever the reason, maybe you are not ready to be CEO. Maybe you're going to be general manager. Because when you're taking a look at your relationships as your property, you don't want to be anything lesser than a general manager. So a general manager and CEO are the two options you have to take this forward starting from Monday. But hang in there, and dang, flash offer coming up. Name dropping. Okay? So name dropping, and by the way, name dropping can be done with your family, with your parents, with your children. But if you're new to name dropping, don't do it with them. I'm sure it'll also bother you to do it with them. Begin with somebody from your past who bothers you a lot, who has bothered you a lot, who's troubled you a lot, who's distressed you a lot. First, they've distressed me, meaning I have the trigger. I have held space for them to distress me. So distressed me a lot. You can leave now. Say it about 10 times. And then take their name and say you can leave now. 6 times for women and 8 times for men.
You mean to say 6 times if it's a woman's name and 8 times if it's a man's name?
If it's a man's name.
Not, I'll say it 6 times and Amrish will say it 8 times. Not like that, right?
Not like that. Sorry. Thank you. Yeah. So if it's a woman's name, you will say it 6 times. And if it's a man's name, you will say it 8 times. If you have a friend who's in your space, but things have been going on, try it. They hurt me. You can leave now. I'm hurt by their behavior. You can leave now. And then just do name dropping. See what happens in 24 hours, because we are back again tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. IST. And without further ado, my darlings, number 1, keep your practice going. Number 2, come along for the flash offer, because the flash offer finishes today on the call. Be the CEO. Cannot be the CEO is fine. Begin at being general manager. And let's take a look at what's in the CEO package. So CEO package, because it includes the 11 mirrors of the scenes, of which 2 we are going to do tomorrow. And everybody's invited to tomorrow's call. Tomorrow's call is a bonus for everybody. You come on the mirrors of me and the mirrors of my judgment tomorrow. You see how we work with the mirrors. We're going to be using the same principle. What are the principles? Resonance, holding space. And I'm going to introduce you to one more principle tomorrow. We're going to work on the knowledge and knowing and owning of the fact that we are inherently bonded, connected, and happiness. That it is our nature to want to connect. That it is our nature to move from this butcher and tangled attachments into free-flowing, white, light, bright connections. So we're going to be finishing the other mirrors in another 4 calls. We're definitely wanting to take a look at the relationship with money. Because remember, my darlings, the quality of our lives depends on the quality of our relationships. And the quality of our relationships giving rise to a 5-star life also means that my relationship with money is also impacted by the quality of relationships I do have. Because first, my relationships came. Then my relationship with money came. So we're going to take a look at the relationship with money. You're also going to get a pre-recorded black magic removal call because this happens in family. This happens in relationships. Our distant aunt gets jealous. Sometimes our grandparents are carrying this from their lifetimes and it's coming down to us. So this thing in relationships, jealousy, evil eye, curses, black magic, we want to do something to make sure that that's also out of our system. So this is a pre-recorded black magic removal call that you will get. And the most fun part is the 5 days, 5-minute, 5-star relationship challenge starting on Monday. You're going to get a decree. You're going to be reminded to do name dropping because I am just taking it for granted that everybody is CEO level. So you understood what we're going to do today. You're going to understand what we're going to do tomorrow. You will practice. And therefore, for 5 days on the group, when I remind you to do the name dropping, you will just do it like an expert, which is what a CEO is.
Right.
Oh, excuse me. Because this is so comprehensive. And by the way, only once about 12 years back, I heard of a gentleman doing the 7 mirrors of his scenes. Didn't hear of the gentleman ever again, didn't hear of the program ever again. And while the 7 mirrors of his scenes is out there, you can research it. There is no work around the mirrors of his scenes. And so because this is so in-depth, so comprehensive, you have to get a certificate of successful completion when you're done. So it's not a certificate of participation. It's a certificate of successful completion. Because you and I, on this journey with the mirrors, we're going to be going through a bit of a ride. So when you get off that ride, somebody should be standing there and saying, congratulations, you did it. Here's your certificate.
Right. In fact, I remember, Nidhu, I don't know how many years back it was now, 3.5, 4 years back, when you actually did the 7 mirrors of the scene first time on the call. And yeah, I remember the impact it had, just those 7 and now 11 is, my God, cannot wait for this to start.
Correct. It'll be amazing. It'll be amazing. And of course, it is part of your CEO training, because when you understand what's going on, you can do something about it. It's like you found out that you're a Sagittarius. Then how do you feel when you find out your zodiac? Or you found out that I'm a 4 person, or my life path is 1. Like every time you find out something about yourself, you feel more connected to you, right?
Right.
Your relationship with you feels deeper. Like some part of you is like, Sagittarians are the best. Because that part of you is like, I'm a Sagittarius, right? You feel something. It's the same thing with the mirrors. As you understand the mirrors, something inside opens up. Something in you, for you, deepens. And in the CEO package, your speedster session is guaranteed. In the 5-day challenge, you can win another one. You can receive another one. But in package A, your speedster session is guaranteed.
Amazing. And the fact that you get one more just in the 5-day challenge is super cool.
You can get one more in the 5-day challenge because the 5-day challenge is open to all. Whether you are taking the CEO package or the general manager package, the 5-day challenge is open to all. So 5 people on the 5-day challenge are definitely going to get a speedster session.
And I'd just like to clear up 1 person a day, right? Not
1 person
a day.
Yeah, 1 person a day. 1 person a day. Correct. So package A, and these are the mirrors of me. Just team, please confirm for me. Do we have the mirrors of me being put on the Telegram group as well, so that it's there and everybody can see it and we can just move on?
Yeah, I'm Shilpa's right here. Shilpa, this slide could just be put on the group
just take
right
a
now.
look at this. take a look and see how each and every aspect of your life is covered in the relationships you have, the situations that you've had, in the bank balance that you are having, in the body that you are having. Like, this is the sum total of the mystery of your life right now. The 11 mirrors are a eye opener, because when you start seeing it differently, right? Like, it didn't cross your mind that you might be holding space for somebody else to be a jerk, right? It didn't cross your mind at all. It was like, he's being a jerk. What can I do? Give me a solution. Don't hold that space for him to be a jerk anymore, and he will not be a jerk, or he'll stop showing up in your space.
Right. And Shilpa has put it up on the group, Nidhu. And thank you, Shilpa. She is, how, I don't need to tell you, but I can never stop being amazed at the speed and the accuracy and the like this chair. Sometimes I imagine her to be sitting with a row of computers, like in one of those sci-fi Matrix type movies. And Shilpa, before you can it's right there.
She's incredible. Like those Iron Man, right? Like Iron Man when he's doing
like a zoop 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 zoop.
Just another normal
yeah,
day.
just another day for her.
Correct.
There you go. That's the dates, which will you put on the group right now again also anyway.
Correct. I'm just going to quickly run through it. There are these 5 group calls. There is the relationship call with money. There is the recorded black magic removal call, and which is recommended that you hear it on a new moon night. And I've mentioned a couple of dates because March has 2 new moons. There's the 2nd and the 31st.
31st.
You can play it. You can play it on either of those days. And we have my world famous in Mumbai heart chakra work for a month. So 1st of March to 31st of March, you're going to sit back 5:30 p.m. IST and just receive your heart chakra work. I must tell you that the heart chakra is the chakra of balance, because the heart chakra is the only chakra in the body which is neutral. All the lower chakras are warm. All the chakras above are cool. And the heart, therefore, balances the heat with the cold, balances the yang with the yin, balances chemical balances, balances giving with receiving, balances hormonal balances. So the thing that the heart does, and remember, the heart is 50,000 times more powerful than the brain. If your brain goes, you can still be alive. If your heart goes, then we have to meet in another life. So your heart is 50,000 times more powerful. And when you have gone through a lot of attachments, because attachments take place from other places, connection takes place through the heart. Therefore, when you are moving from the attachment to the connection, you need to make sure that this place is free, it's open, that hurt, anger, judgments, hatred, blame, that they have not covered it, damaged it, slowed it, shut it down. So you want to make sure that this stays open, because you're going to be CEO of your life for the rest of your life. So you want all the support possible. You want your CEO crown to be backed by the 50,000 megawatts, cosmic megawatts that your heart and heart chakra can provide you. So we're going to be doing this Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, also because on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, we have the Tele Summit. I want nothing interfering. You're going to come, you're going to receive love, you're going to give love to the many, many speakers that we have lined up. So Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, when you have the time, you can process, you can adjust, absorb, and integrate the massage, the transmissions, and the healing that are going to be taking place for the heart chakra. And if you're on the Telegram group, then we will be interacting during this time as well.
And Packaging, of course, has 2 months of Telegram group support. So this is what you were talking about, right,
Yes.
Nidhu? The remote,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, when you're CEO, even though the program ends at the end of March, the CEO group will stay open till the end of April. Because other things will come up, other clarifications will come up, other fears will come up. My God, how can I say this for my child? How can I say this for my mother? But don't tell my child. I've done quite a bit with him. And once you understand how this works, and the results you will see in less than 24 hours, it is 5-star relationships overnight. It's mother-in-laws paying you compliments. It's mother-in-laws saying, you cook better than me. You will see it for yourself. How rapidly this makes things happen. How quickly attachments replaced by connections. Attachments transformed into connections. How quickly you move into this space of flowing entrainment and connectivity and bonding with those around you.
Right. And in fact, Nidhu, there are quite a few questions that have come up. I just want to let everybody know that we will bring up your questions just immediately after this entire set is over.
Oh no, bring up questions right
No,
now.
they're actually now from quite some time back. So they're all there and we can just bring them up one
I
after the
hope
other.
somebody's keeping track of all the questions.
Yes, I know the last question that I had asked. I'm just gonna go back up there and start going down again. So also right now we've all the information for the packages also being posted.
Correct.
So yeah. Okay,
Correct.
so there you have it, the CEO package. 5 minutes, 5 days, 5-star relationship challenge, and the Wow Speedster session, and the e-certificate, and 2 months Telegram group support. And the best part, every day one person stands a chance to win one additional Speedster session. That is super cool.
In the 5-day challenge only.
In the 5-day challenge only.
Yeah.
Those 5 days. Yes.
Yeah. For the first 5 days. So you can imagine, my darlings, how much of this is putting in. Like I told you about that person who did the 7 mirrors of the scenes like 12, 15 years back. I remember at that time, the charge for the workshop was around 15,000. Like at that time. But I don't remember this person. And have never heard. And also, he was only teaching the mirrors. There was no workshop attached to the mirrors. Tomorrow, it's not just about learning the mirror. You're going to work through the mirror, which is why I need you to get very quickly comfortable with the concept of holding space, releasing it, name dropping, working through it. Because we're going to work with the mirrors. It's not that, okay, now I know what this mirror is. I understand a little better. And now I'm going to the next mirror. We're going to work through the mirrors.
Right, that's amazing. In fact, I'm going to show you something after this is over.
Okay.
For tomorrow's call, I've kept it out.
Okay.
Oh, and there's a certificate.
Yeah, that's a sort of.
Show it on the screen again. There it is. Yeah, and it's an e-certificate which you can print and then get framed like Nidhu has. Awesome. Damn cool, yeah.
Right. And by the way, when you are doing the mirrors of the scenes, you will want to make notes. Some of these notes you'll want to just, you'll want to not look at again. But some of these notes you will want to keep for a long, long time. And one of the best ways, to keep your notes is to have a notebook that's dedicated to your work, like
and we're going to tell.
Notebook. You make your notes in here. And if the decree notebook has all kinds of decrees inside for manifesting. So it has all kinds of decrees for you to attract bigger, better, feel bigger, better. Like there's all kinds of things. You have one side blank, you have one side ruled, and you have like all of these decrees on top. It's a sweetheart of a book. And that actually is package C. We'll get to it. Right now, I know everybody is waiting like, okay, I've heard of this package. It's amazing. I'm going to be CEO. How much is it going to cost? So first, I want to ask everybody, is your debit card or credit card out? Is your
Very much
finger
so.
on the button? Okay, go for it, my darling. So package A is, it's a huge package. So 77,770. Who's paying me this? Who's paying me this? Oh my God, you already saw. Okay, fine. We already saw the special price. Go ahead, Nidhu, show them the special price. So special price at 1550, 150, 0, 150. Now the special price means that this is the rate it's going to be once the call is over. The flash offer, ding, 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 ding. Fee, 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 fee. Flash offer coming up. 12, 0. At 12, 0, you're going to begin your work from Monday, and you're going to continue on this journey till the end of April. 12, 0.
And I cannot help but think about what you just mentioned, Nidhu, the fact that 10, 15 years ago, just the learning of the mirrors, 7 mirrors of a scene, and this comes from there. Just that learning with no work and no actual practical knowledge on how to use it for yourself was, what did you say? Did you say 12,000 or 15,000?
15,000.
15,000 then, 12 years ago.
Yeah, 12 years
And
ago.
today at 12,000, 12,000 only, you get this.
You get the mirrors, you get a speedster
CEO
session.
work.
Yeah. You get a speedster session, you get the heart chakra massage, you get the 5-day challenge. Only 12, 0. As soon as the call is over, it will return to 15, 0. USD, 182 in the flash offer, and in the special rate, it is 228, down from $1,167. So come along, my darlings, come along. And I must also tell you this, my darlings. Can you become a CEO by paying 1,000 rupees?
No.
And if
You
you
have to
do,
invest
if you
in
do have a
yourself.
course that says you can, please fact check and take a double look at it. As a CEO, you also want to make CEO investments in yourself. So CEO package is this. In the general manager package, where you have the 5 days, which is starting Monday, 5 days challenge, possibility of getting a speedster session every day for those 5 days. Heart chakra work from 1st of March to 31st of March. Temporary Telegram group will be together. So usual price is 18,180 or USD 273. Your special offer is 4,400 and USD 67. But ding, 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 your flash offer is only 3,300 or USD 50. Like, how cool is that, right? Like, you come along, you practice, you see the results in your life. Like, every day you will see a result. In fact, from today till tomorrow, I want to hear about your results. What happened when you did the releasing of the holding space work? What happened when you did the name dropping decree? Because something will happen. So 3,300, come along. Come along. And very quickly, for our sweetheart little book, for our sweetheart little decree journal, we also have a special offer. It's a special offer. It's not a package. It's not a flash offer. It's a special offer. It will stay for a while. Oh yeah, look at it. Isn't it lovely? Isn't this gorgeous? And by the way, this little blank at the bottom, this little blank, so where I have my name, this stays empty when it comes to you. So you can write anything there. You can write your families. If you're gifting it to your family or your friend, you can write their name there. You can write your name there in whatever style that you want to write. And Good Morning Life is available normally at just, not just, but at just, bring it on, Neelu.
Nidhu, just give me a quick moment.
Sure.
Just a quick moment. There's been you just show the book. There's been a bit of a thing with the presentation slide. So just show the diary.
Yeah, no worry.
You only show it.
We wanted to show you the diary in more detail. We wanted to show you the video of the diary. We've made 3 videos of the diary. But okay, let me show it to you. Can you see it?
The light's reflecting on it, so just get it closer to the camera.
Is this better this side?
Angle it towards me from the top. Yeah.
This is better?
Yeah.
How much would you pay for this? Your Good Morning Life. So by the way, so I'm just going to digress for a moment. Your good morning is a decree. Okay. So so I'm going to just tell you a few good mornings, and we're doing some fun stuff around with good morning. So like, good morning, happy relationships. Good morning, healthier body. Good morning, cash flows. Good morning, beautiful life. Good morning, sales flows. Oh my God, look at this, look at this. So nice.
And I also want to share a little inside story with everybody. I think the amount of excitement and joy that Nidhu has been through in the creating of it all, and all of us have been witness to it. So the way you're seeing her react right now, oh, we've been hearing that like every day, every minute.
Happiness is a decree notebook. Happiness is a Good Morning Life notebook. And this is at 7,500, but you're getting it at a special rate of just 2,400 only.
Woohoo!
This includes packaging. This includes shipping in India. But if you are abroad, there is the cost of US $66. That includes the shipping cost. So when you make this payment, you just have to make sure that we've gotten your correct address so we can send it off to you.
Right. And basically, Nidhu, if you're living abroad, please pay with the US dollar option, because that's the address that will be for deliver. $2,466, 2,400 rupees. Both include the courier charges, even on special price, might I add. And yeah, just keep that in mind, basically, when you do this. And I know for a fact that the notebook is already started flying off the shelf. So people, grab yours while stocks last, basically.
Correct. So you've got your package, CEO package. You've got your special offer at 12,0. You've got your general manager package. You've got your flash offer at 330. So I'm so sorry. The CEO package flash offer was 12,0. The general manager flash offer is at 3,300. And your notebook is at 2,400. In USD, your CEO is at USD 182. Your general manager package is at USD 50, and your package C, we've called it a package C, but really it's a little sweet little book. Your book is at USD 66, including shipping. Awesome. And everybody, please have lots of water. Sit back.
Just a very quick reminder to everybody, Nidhu, that to please use only the payment links that have been provided on the group, and which will be there in your call replay as well. And please note that if you pay directly, you're going to have to pay an additional amount of 500 rupees or $8 if you do not use the links. All right, so keep that in mind. Okay. And of course, take back your power, starting now with who's that? Nidhu Kapoor.
Actually, with the heart chakra work. I want everybody to just relax, keep your feet uncrossed, but hydrate first. Hydrate like crazy.
Nidhu, quick question.
Yes, ma'am?
Is the heart chakra meditation something that you want to leave everybody with so that they can soak it in? Or after you do it, then we'll take some of the questions on.
So it's not a meditation.
It's a healing, right? So
yeah, it's a healing. It's a
to soak it in.
It's a transmission. You just
Right.
sit back and you receive. I will give you today's activation phrase. So even if you are listening to this on the replay, just say the activation phrase as I give it to you, and you will start feeling the work beginning. So yes, I would like to leave everybody with that. I'd like you all to just then relax and stay in that zone. So go ahead, Neelu, ask me a couple of questions first.
Few quick questions. This is again about the holding space.
Yeah.
Pooja says, how about narcissistic behavior in a relationship?
So same thing, Pooja, where something in us is holding the space for the narcissistic behavior. And so one of the harder mirrors is the mirror of the 40 grams, 400 kilos mirror, which we're going to do in tomorrow's call, which is the understanding of how no matter who shows up, some part of him, her, it, we also carry.
Right. And Amrish had written in that the issue, whatever the issue was in his pizza session, got done like in 30 seconds. And Pravita wrote in asking, ma'am, why do I think that these things don't really work for me? I usually feel that she's in doubt, will it really work for her? That's what she's written in.
So the proof of the pudding is in the eating. You try it. If it doesn't work for you, don't take it forward. And I also want to say that there's no way it can't work, but you may end up having very fixed ideas of how a result should be. You can leave now, you can leave now, you can leave now. There may be a lot of stress, fear, and anger in the body, in which case the awareness will not come through easily. Your body might be numb, it might be heavy, because everything requires that you have some awareness. Okay, I'm feeling a little better. Like I have self-doubt, right? So self-doubt comes when we have deep insecurities, when we need to be reassured and comfort, when we have 74 questions and we won't take a step forward till all those 74 questions have been answered. So right now for yourself, just say insecure, you can leave now 10 times and let us know if you have a reaction.
Vas is asked, is there a decree to stop others taking advantage of your good nature, especially with money?
Definitely. But apply what you have understood today, whether you applied at general manager level, whether you applied at CEO level, but apply what has come today. The decree for this will, like, who's been taking advantage of you for your money, for your good nature? Like somebody takes advantage of us, right? So first, we are holding space to be taken advantage of, correct? So people take advantage of me, you can leave now. Taken advantage of, you can leave now. They keep taking advantage of me, you can leave now. Now, when people take advantage of us, it's a behavior. We'll have some reaction to that behavior. It hurts me, it upsets me, it makes me angry, makes me helpless. I'm angry, but I don't know how to stand up for myself. Whatever that is, it upsets me, you can leave now. Just do that 10 times. And then name drop the people who've done it. Begin with the first person who comes to your mind. Remember, my darlings, you're not here today because you are understanding how to use a decree. You are here today because you're going to become CEO. So if you just ask me what decree should I use, then I know that you've also not taken general manager level. You want to apply what you've understood today. You want to, you want that your life opens up like this, that your heart chakra, that your sense of connection with the world is like that. When you have 5-star relationships, when you have a connection, this cannot happen. Nobody takes advantage of us in a connection, and we don't take advantage of others in a connection.
Right. And there are, of course, a lot of people, Nidhu, who are very new to your work. So, because some of the questions that are coming up make me feel like that also, that okay, this is something that probably you do want a little clarity or something with. So Sunita says, can we do this for someone else if they don't believe what we're saying?
No.
Right.
Why not? You can. But right now, are you saying you want to be CEO of somebody else's life? First, you become CEO, then you take over another company. But first, your own company, you please put together.
Right. Swati says, can one do name dropping for a landlord to whom I want to sell my mom's place and want him to pay me the fair amount as he wants to pay very less?
Basically, what you're saying is, can I use the decrees to get exactly what I want?
Right.
No, my darling, it's not how life works. But at the same time, just because you're not sure that you'll get exactly what you want, doesn't mean that you can't get something better. So when you begin the work, remember, you're moving from a 0 and 1 and 2 star to a 5-star. In connections, you don't know what will come through. You don't know if that is the person you actually want to deal with. You don't know if this will allow some other results to show up. We're going to do a very, very quick 5-minute crash course before we begin the 2 mirrors tomorrow. So I think this will also be a little more clearer.
Right. And in fact, Teresa, who's picked up package A, by the way, has actually asked, another, my mom is following bad guidance from my sister. Sister's taken over control and responsibility. Teresa has relocated and her sister's not doing much to help her mother. What she wants to know is that does she say for her sister to leave now, or for my mom to leave now, because she does not want to jeopardize my relationship, her relationship with her mother, who's very fragile, having had a stroke recently. This reminds me of something you said in the beginning as well, that the love doesn't go. Right.
Step number 1, first, you don't hold space. So not holding space, you can mention the behavior showing up. Like somebody said, they're taking advantage of me. You can leave now. There'll be a reaction to that because this is a trigger. You want to first clear the trigger. Once you've cleared the trigger, you give the name, you begin with the name of the person who's triggering you most first. You do it, the name dropping, with both people. Again, you see the mind is going to come in. The mind is going to come in and say, but I don't want them to leave. It'll jeopardize nothing is going to get jeopardized. In the resonance, they will rise up, or you will be at ease having more distance with them. But is it going to be exactly how I want it to be? No. Is it going to be exactly how I fear? Also, no. It is, in fact, nothing will happen the way you are already expecting it to happen, because that is you trying to control your external environment. This is almost pink unicorn, meaning it doesn't exist. Like, when was the last time you tried to control something outside of you and it worked?
And Bridget is written in, my heart is so looking forward to holding Nidhu's beautiful journal in my hand and writing every day. So I'm just taking a wild guess. Bridget is definitely on with the diary.
Thank you.
And Swati has also taken on package B. And in fact, whoever's going with the flash offers, just remember, when you make the payment, the link to everything that you need is also there. And a lot of people have caught that, because I can hear the pops coming in the alert. Join the group, join the group, join the group.
Cool. Yes, come on.
And I think we pretty much covered the questions. So some of them are repetitive. You have mentioned those, and I know you'll go back after dinner or tomorrow morning, and you'll catch all of them again and say things again
Correct.
if you have to, or explain it again.
Absolutely.
So
If I've missed a question, feel free to put it up. But do me one favor, my darlings. Listen to the call and put up a question.
right.
And all of tomorrow we have for questions, and then we're going to meet for the call. And I will remind you again about how to do first release the holding of the space and then name dropping. And you see what happens overnight.
Right. And in fact, people, because it's not, there is no joy actually in compartmentalizing or section wise going with the Nidhu's call. It's always this, one thing going to the other, one thing going to the other one. So just remember what everything that you've gotten covered is the main 5 principles of 5-star relationship: attention to connection, the transformation, some of the work that's going to happen right now as well, the mirrors of me, the 11 mirrors of me, quickly tell me, what have I missed out on? The magic, the name dropping.
Name dropping.
And holding space.
Holding space.
And of course, coming up right now is the heart chakra healing. So you know
Fantastic.
what? There's been a huge amount that's happened. Go back, listen to the replay, even if you've already been on the call. You'll be surprised as to suddenly new insights coming in again. So yes, Nidhu, we're going to close after this.
Correct.
Right? So
Correct.
you'll close the call for everybody. So from me, Nidhu, what a call.
Thank you, madam.
Thank
you, Ma. Thank you.
As always. And I'm going to wish everybody good night and have fun with this right now. It's super cool. And till it goes on, you still have the flash offer going on, okay? 12,12,0 for package CEO and 3,300 for the general manager package. Take it. It's flying out. Grab it.
Is that Kulpreet? Kulpreet, are you sending hearts? And she's also in yellow. Thank you, my love. Thank you. Thank you. So the heart chakra, there are 2 things that we're going to be doing. Number 1, we're going to get in touch with green cosmic laser beams. So you want these beams to come in because these beams know best which part requires strengthening, which part requires repair, which part requires to just be held together. And your activation phrase for this, and you're just going to you can sit back. You can also operate heavy machinery. It's very gentle. But it's nice when you sit back, then you can sense the shifts taking place. Your activation phrase is good morning, happy heart. You're going to say this 6 times. Good morning, happy heart. 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 And because this was already activated before we began, I can sense all of these beams going on. So I'm just going to put myself off video. Receive, receive, receive. You will continue to hear me. Cosmic green laser beams. Repair work has started. I can see that it's working. It's working like a metal burner. Soft sound of gzzz taking place in the background. The heart chakra is a very strong chakra, but it can also crack under grief, under sadness, under sorrow, under unhappiness. And I can see that those cracks are being fixed right now. Cosmic green laser beams moving to the back of the heart chakra. The front of the heart chakra is a little towards your middle of the chest. The back of the heart chakra is in your spine. Repair work has started. Again, the gzz. There are sparks flying out. Strengthening with gentler cosmic green laser beams started. And the strengthening from the laser beams is just them attaching a covering onto the heart chakra. It's a very soft covering. It is not going to block anything, but it will keep the repair work that's taken place protected. Repaired, repaired, strengthened, repaired, repaired and strengthened, repaired and strengthened, repaired and strengthened, strengthened, repaired, strengthened, repaired, strengthened, repaired. Green laser beams spreading out into the lung area. The chest is handled by the heart chakra with some amount of support and help from the solar plexus chakra. Lungs detoxed, lungs detoxed, lungs detoxed, lungs detoxed, lungs detoxed, lungs detoxed. Breath deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and longer and deeper and longer and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and longer and deeper and deeper and longer. Breathe. Breathe. Breathing. 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 Feel free. 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 Feel happy. Feel happy. Feel happy. Feel balanced. Feel balanced. Feel balanced. Feel balanced. Feel balanced. Feel balanced. Feel free. Feel free. Feel free. Feel free. Feel free. Feel free. Heart chakra repaired, strengthened, balanced, coming into alignment now. Alignment is when a chakra can move out of the column of the chakras. When we hunch a lot, when we work on our computers a lot, when we have poor posture, our chakras can get out of alignment. Heart chakra being brought back into alignment. Postures corrected, 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 postures. You can be perfect now. Poor postures, you can leave now. Goodbye, poor postures. Goodbye, poor postures. Goodbye, poor postures. Heart chakra, in combination with the warmer lower chakras, heart chakra in combination with the cooler above chakras being brought into perfect alignment now. Chakras aligned, chakras aligned, chakras aligned, chakras aligned, chakras aligned, chakras aligned. Good morning, happy chakras. 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 Good morning, balanced 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 chakras. Good morning, healthy 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 chakras. Cosmic green laser beams slowly closing down, shifting out. Take your time. Stay with whatever is happening for as long as you like. Have a good meal. Rest. See you on the group and the call tomorrow. Big love, big hug. Namaste from India.